Science is awesome and I love it so. There's still lots and lots of things science don't know. There've been major discoveries throughout history, but this universe of ours is still one great big mystery. It'll be perfect and beautiful, it'll be testable and provable, and that's what I like. So science is awesome and I love it so. There's still lots and lots of things science don't know. There've been major discoveries throughout history, but this universe of ours is still one great big mystery.
So today we're going to talk about the distillation of wood lab, your first lab in IPS. Here we have all the materials that you'll need to do the lab. We have your Bunsen burner.
Water bottle.
We have a tub of water, small test tube,
Large test tube.
2 small test tube clamps.
2 large test tube clamps.
We have a burner stand.
A beaker full of water.
We also have a tubing apparatus that has 2 different bent tubes coming out of it.
Some wood sticks.
And a stopper. So the first thing you're going to do after you have set up your pegboard to look like this is you're going to take your small test tube and you're going to pack it as tightly as you can with popsicle sticks. And you'll pack that tightly so there's no room in there to add another popsicle stick.
Alright, then you're going to want to set up your collection bottle. So you have a bottle that is completely full of water, and you need to get it upside down in the tub of water so that no air gets in. Take the stopper, put it in the bottle, and then flip the bottle upside down underwater. And then only take the stopper out when the mouth of the bottle is completely underwater. And that way you haven't let any air in and you have a completely full bottle of water. You're going to want to get this stabilized with a rubber band, and so sometimes this is usually a 2-person job, so one person can hold the bottle and the other person can kind of get the rubber band to hold it in place.
So next you're going to take your beaker of water and put it underneath your large test tube. So your large test tube is sitting in your beaker of water. And you're going to take your tubing apparatus and connect your tubing apparatus to the small and large test tubes so they're on tight. So after you have your setup and you have your tubing apparatus connected, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put your burner on your burner stand. And typically you never do that. You always put your burner underneath the burner stand, but because of the height of this, it will never burn, and we want to burn the wood, so we're going to put it on top of our burner stand. And next we're going to turn our gas on, but again, make sure that the gas valve is off. We're going to turn our gas valve on. Ms. Berna is going to light the burner. Now notice we haven't put this rubber tubing anywhere. We're about to put it into the collecting bottle, but the reason we actually left it out in the open is because there is oxygen in here. We're going to be collecting a gas in our collecting bottle, and we only want to be collecting that gas and not the oxygen that is stored in this tubing apparatus. So then you're going to take your tube. This burner is going to help me put it into the bottle. And you're going to collect gas until this bottle is full. Now there may be times where you're going to have to pick up your Bunsen burner and move it around to get all of the wood. Just be careful, and you can hold it right here or at the base. You don't want to heat too far up by the stopper or it gets stuck in there.
Alright, so our bottle is full of gas and empty of water. So the first thing before you turn off your burner is to take the collection tube out of the collection bottle. Okay.
So once you take your tubing apparatus out of the collecting bottle, just leave it in the open air and turn off your golden valve to your gas. You always want to turn that off first so you're not reaching over your flame. And then make sure your gas valve is pointing towards the sink to make sure that it's off.
Now we need to take the bottle out of the water, the tub of water. So the easiest way to do that is to put a stopper in the water, and then we are going to capture that stopper with the collection bottle. All right, now you have to be very careful not to bring the mouth of the bottle out of the water, because then you're going to lose everything you've collected. So just lift it up, move it over to the top of the stopper, press down firmly, and you have captured the stopper and everything inside.
So once you've taken your collecting bottle out of your Tupperware, you're going to just move this to the side of your lab bench and leave it for tomorrow, because you're going to need this condensing tube for day 2 of the experiment. So you can just take your Bunsen burner off and move it over to the side of the lab and leave everything for tomorrow. To finish day 1 of our lab, we need to test if that gas we collected in our collecting bottle is flammable or not. So we're going to light a popsicle stick, and we are going to test the flammability of our gas.
So we want to check the flammability of this gas, but we don't want to give you the answer. So we're not going to light this popsicle stick on fire. We'll just pretend.
It's on fire.
So what you'll do is take the stopper off and squeeze it at the fire.
The imaginary fire.
Squeeze it, but yours will be real. Squeeze it at the fire.